So who is Samantha Carter? You'll find out right after this. Hey everybody, I am Taylor and I'm the Stargate Guy, where I talk to you about everything and anything Stargate. Today is another character profile and we're talking about a big one, and that would be Samantha Carter. Samantha Carter is one of the big main characters and is a key member aboard the team SG-1, where later on she served as a commander for the Atlantis expedition, as well as the commander of the General Hammond. Samantha Carter was kind of nudged into the Air Force by her father, Jacob Carter. She attended the Air Force Academy when she got a PhD in astrophysics and had a pretty good understanding of engineering to boot. Samantha Carter joined the SGC and would use Dr. Daniel Jackson's notes on the Stargate and how it operated in order to form the dialing computer, the human version of the DHD. By this, she was able to connect with multiple gates, not just the one going to Abydos. But this was dependent upon the cartouche that Dr. Daniel Jackson found. Joining SG-1, Carter felt like she had to prove herself that she was as strong and as capable as any of these three men. And therefore, on occasion, she would go above and beyond and really do things that no one else could have possibly done in order to prove her point. However, later on, that wasn't really needed anymore, so she kind of took a step back from that and just was on equal footing with everyone else. She had proven herself, if you will. Later on, Carter was inhabited by a Tok'ra named Jolinar, and when Jolinar died, it left a protein marker within Carter that allowed her to kind of use Goa'uld technology, as well as to sense when Goa'uld or Tok'ra are nearby. Colonel Carter had many different relationships throughout the course of the show. Some professional, some not so professional. There was a running joke during the show that any guy that she would kiss ended up dying. Take Jack, for example. I mean, they only kissed in an alternate timeline, and he died more than a dozen times. However, with all of her different relationships and her flirty relationship with Colonel O'Neill, or General O'Neill, she respected the chain of command too much to actually move on that relationship. Behind the scenes, this was partly due to the U.S. Air Force, who was looking at every script and who would give the note that they were getting too close. So the writers needed to back off a little bit.
Still there.
No.
We should wear this badge.
Yeah, that's
take this one. Okay.
Wait! I need that tape. Hey, wait!
And being one of the few females on the show Stargate SG-1, she also had many boys develop a crush on her. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but I'm not saying I wasn't one. After her stint with SG-1, Samantha Carter took over the Atlantis expedition after Elizabeth Weir was presumed KIA or MIA, one of those acronyms. She was able to use her military background as well as her scientific background in order to be a perfect blend between the two groups that made up the Atlantis expedition. She was not afraid to get into the field and on occasion would fall down a hole and, break something. But we can't all be perfect. After the incident with the Superhive, Carter took over control of the General Hammond, and she used that in order to defend the Icarus base, while the expedition ended up going to Destiny, which, was a fun trip. Overall, Samantha Carter's kind of like Superwoman. She is extremely intelligent and knows a lot about a lot of different subjects, as well as she also kicks ass. I mean, we are talking about a military officer after all, and she's taken out her fair share of Jaffa and Ori Priors and Wraith and, bad guys. Colonel Carter was portrayed by the lovely and very talented Amanda Tapping. Amanda is not exactly Carter herself, and if you look at some of the behind-the-scenes footage, you'll see that Amanda Tapping is a bit of a goofball.
Rolling.
Hi, I'm Amanda. Welcome to my bar. Jan, the camera's rolling!
Okay, Amanda Tapping intro, take 2. Rolling. Now we'll just cut. Amanda Tapping intro, take 3. And we'll just cut.
Overall, Colonel Carter forms a great example for not just women, but for men as well. This is an extremely capable person who is very intelligent and very strong as well. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Every week I talk to you about everything and anything Stargate. For another awesome Stargate video, you can click right here. And until next time, I'll see you on the other side.